Okay. Can you hear my voice in the class? In the class, of course, yeah. In the Zoom. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. We hear you. Okay. You answer by typing in the chat. Thank you, Muhammad Al-Bakari. All right. Before we start our class, just remind you to reciting Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidna ilma warzuqna fahma walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Okay. I want to go to the restroom first, yeah. All right. I think we need to make an introduction first. So, first of all, my name is Hafiz, and I'm lecturer in accounting department, UMY. And I used to teach public sector accounting. One of the subject is Zakat accounting. Why? Because Zakat institution is one of the public sector organization, yeah, in Indonesia, because they are not oriented to collect the money. Okay, Fabian Gallo, please mute your microphone. All right, thank you. So we move to the next introduction, maybe from international student first. Can you introduce yourself, Muhammad E.A. Al-Bakari? Can you please? Okay, please introduce yourself. Can you introduce oral directly? Or are you typing introduction in the chat? Okay, you are study accounting for a year in which university? In here? Oh, Al-Aqsa University in Palestine, mashallah. So far from here. Okay. Okay, thank you, Muhammad. And then Anwar Al-Dalu. Anwar Al-Dalu. Please. Same thing, sir. Okay, you are also from Al-Aqsa University. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah, even though through Zoom, I would say nice to meet you. Yeah. All right, our brother from the far country, Palestine. Palestine it is the nearest country from Indonesia, not Malaysia. Yeah, but Palestine. All right. Next, my student from IPEC. Would you please to introduce yourself? The first, I will call you based on the order in Zoom, yeah? Who is the first? Second, Isaf, MC, Diva Nadia. Diva Please introduce yourself.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Andi Panadia Rahma, and I'm from Sociology, and now I'm pursuing my degree in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta in third year.
In which semester you are now? What semester?
In accounting.
Okay. In what semester?
In sixth semester. In third
Sixth
year.
semester. Okay. 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 The next one. Aish Regina. Aish is here? No? Aish? Aish is still in 0 kilometer. Okay, Febrian Galuh Kusuma. Febrian, can you hear me? No?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, please. Okay, we have Febrian, Hedi Surya, Nashrina, Khaira, Putri Ferli, Audia, and Tania. So all of you are from sixth semester. What about you? Oh, Febrian. Febrian Galuh, you are
Semester starts.
in the second semester.
Yeah, second semester.
Okay. Who else from second semester? Paradipya? Sixth semester as well. Okay. I heard that there are some students from Malaysia, isn't it? Still not join in Zoom. Okay, thank you. It doesn't matter. We still can start by now, yeah. All right. So in today lecture, I would like to share about Zakat governance and reporting. So Zakat reporting is one of the Zakat governance element, yeah, because you know good governance might refer to the principles, yeah, governance principles. It consists of several principles itself, namely transparency, accountability, law enforcement, responsiveness, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So the accountability or reporting is part of accountability, and then reporting is one of the governance aspect. And today we will discuss about it. So please make me as co-host, Amel, so that I can share my screen. All right, we will not discuss about fiqh or Islamic law regarding zakat, yeah, because it's not my expertise. I'm from accounting, yeah. So I will share with you about the zakat governance and reporting. So we will have 2 days to discuss this, 2 issues, yeah. All right. And I've already prepared the slide. Consists of only a few of slides, yeah. So you can see my screen now, yeah. All right. So for today, we will discuss about the zakat governance based on zakat core principles. Anybody from you that already hear about zakat core principle before I mention today? If you have not yet. All right, before we discuss about that, so I would like to share about the zakat underpin, namely from Al-Quran, yeah, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 43, and also At-Taubah 104. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa aqimus salata wa atuz zakata warka'u ma'ar raki'in. Yeah. So Allah always put az-zakat accompany as-salah. It means that zakat aspect is very crucial for our religion. Yeah. So people will not go to heaven, al-jannah, if they don't pay the zakat. Because zakat is one of Islamic principle, or we call it in bahasa Indonesia rukun Islam. Yeah. What is the rukun Islam? The first of rukun Islam, Islamic principle. Huh? The first, yes. Reciting shahada. Yeah. What is shahada? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Or wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Yeah. All right. And the second Islamic principle is as-salah. Yeah. Wa iqamis salah. It's not only to do salah, but make it consistently being performed. Yeah. And we have know about the substance, not only to do that by our body. And for sadaqah, alam ya'lamu anna Allah wa yaqbalu tawbah an ibadihi wa ya'khudhu sadaqat wa anna Allah huwa tawwabur rahim. Yeah. Now I would like to highlight about zakat or zakah definition. So we have two definition in here according to language and according to specific term in Islamic religion, yeah, or we call it as syar'i or syara. According to language or lughawi in Arabic term or etymology, zakat or al-zakah means holy, suci in bahasa, ya. Growing, bertumbuh, pleasing and praiseworthy. Lisanul Arabic, ya. So we believe that people will not be poor if they pay for zakat or sadaqah. Even the people will get richer day after day. Yeah. Because sometimes when we want to give any alms or sadaqah, we consider to it will deduct our money packet, right? But Allah promised to us, if we give zakat or sadaqah as well, it will not bring us to be poor people, yeah, but we will get richer. And according to the term or according to Shara, the name of mandatory worship, which is carried out by giving a certain amount of one's own property to those who are entitled according to Shari provisions. So it means that zakat is our obligation. If we have any asset, mean whereas the asset is idle in 1 year. Yeah, for example, if we save a gold or any investment, land, yeah, and we don't use it after 1 month, and if not 1 month, 1 year, 1 year, we call it as hisab. And after the number or the amount exceeds the minimum number, in Muhammadiyah, they assume that it equal with 85 grams of gold, the amount. If the 1 gram gold in rupiah is 1 million. So if we have asset 85 million, and during 1 year, the asset is idle, we don't use it, yeah, after 1 year, and our asset is equal with 85 or higher, so we have to pay the zakat for that. And the zakat should be paid to 8 people. We call it in Islam as 8 asnaf. 8 asnaf. Who are they? You can check in Google, in Al-Quran. Yeah, so we cannot give to random people. We cannot. Yeah, so we have to distribute the zakat to only 8 criteria of people determined by Al-Quran. So this is the zakat definition. But again, I will not discuss further about the zakat in terms of fiqh, but we will discuss about governance. Yeah. Zakat institution business process. So the process is quite simple actually. Yeah. The first, for zakat institutions like Lazismu, we receive the zakat funds, yeah, from the rich people. We receive the zakat, and then we distribute, yeah, to 8 asnaf people, yeah. And due to the contemporary issue, sometimes we distribute the zakat as it is. For example, for zakat mal, we receive the money and then we distribute the money. We get rice for zakat fitrah every Ramadan, isn't it? Then we distribute the rice to the poor people. But now we organize productive zakat. You know, productive zakat from the rich people. They give us a huge money, and then we use the money to establish something, or we give the money to the poor, but we determine the usage of money. For example, to make a business, to establish SMEs, you know, small, medium enterprise, so that the poor people can empower this money, and then they can get benefit from that, and their economic condition will be increased. Yeah. So in this case, zakat institution need to manage and govern, yeah, the zakat funds. By the way, zakat institution not only manage zakat, but also they manage alm. Alm is sadaqah and infaq, yeah. But for wakaf, there is specific institution that manage the wakaf, yeah. Wakaf institution. So for zakat institution, sometimes they the government combine the role, namely to manage the zakat, infaq, and sadaqah. Yeah. And to perform one of the governance principle, zakat institution should report the financial statement. And this is instructed by Ministry of Finance actually. It's why we establish financial statement standard number 109 to regulate financial statement of zakat institution. In Indonesia, we call it as PSAK Syariah nomor 109 tentang pelaporan zakat. Ya, ya, Syariah Financial Statement Standard number 109 in Indonesia regarding zakat reporting. Yeah, and we will discuss that by tomorrow. So in the right side, yeah, is the business process of zakat, yeah, as I explained before, yeah. So zakat institution in this case rules as intermediary institution, yeah, or organization that collect zakat from zakat payer and then distribute the zakat to the receiver, 8 people, yeah, asnaf. They can also organize the usage of zakat funds to establish some program. Yeah. Number one, welfare. The second, socio-economic movement, strength of people, economic and social welfare. And this is the zakat governance in Indonesia. Yeah. In Indonesia, since 2015, yeah, around 8 years ago, the Indonesian government issued one regulation that regulate about zakat institution. Yeah, in this regulation, government separate the zakat institution level. So there are 3 levels: national zakat institution, regional zakat institution in province level, and local zakat institution in regency or kabupaten level. Yeah. It is separated based on the amount of collected fund. For lazismu, lazisnu, dompet, duafa, what else? They are included as national zakat institution because they can collect zakat funds more than 1 billion a year. Yeah. Why the government govern the zakat institution? The aim is to avoid any money laundering, because previously zakat institution they got many money laundering from corruption actor, from terrorism, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So we have 2 types of zakat institutions in Indonesia. The first is zakat agency organized by government, yeah, labeled as Basnas, Badan Amil Zakat Nasional. And we also have private zakat agency that is organized by foundation like Muhammadiyah, Nadatul Ulama, Dompet Duafa, yeah. And the business model, I think, is the same, yeah, from both of institution. But of course, focus of government zakat agency, usually they collect the zakat, infak, sedekah from civil servants, employee, dari pegawai negeri sipil, ya. And for private zakat agency, usually they collect the zakat from general people. Yeah. They have the same model. I mean that they usually make a program to distribute the zakat funds, zakat, infak, sedekah funds to the beneficiaries or mustahik, people that deserve get the zakat funds, yeah, distribution. This is the overview of contemporary paradigm zakat institution activities, yeah. So in this case is lazismu, ya, lembaga amil zakat infak sedekah Muhammadiyah. They receive money, land, building from the giver, yeah, or the zakat payer, sedekah infak payer, and then they empower the money, yeah. For infak and sedekah, it is quite free to use, yeah. But for zakat, we have to distribute the asset from zakat to a asnaf. Yeah. Giving zakat funds to another person from 8 people asnaf is not allowed. Yeah. Based on the fiqh or Islamic law. So the zakat institution usually they empower by establishing a shop, for example. By so doing, the money will be empowered and then getting much more. Yeah, the money. If we distribute the zakat only by cash, after that the money is finished. Yeah. So it's why currently zakat institution focus on the productive zakat, yeah, program. And also zakat can be used to establish what is it? School, hospital, yeah, and also to give a scholarship to the poor children so that they can continue their education. Yeah. All right. So this is the programs organized by zakat institution usually. Now we move to the next slide. Like I mentioned before, long ago, yeah, many zakat institution they don't have any legal permission, yeah, like zakat collector in masjid, right, in surau, in our village. Most of them they don't have any legal permission from related ministry. Yeah, it was since 2015 then the Ministry of Religion regulate about the zakat institution, and after that by 2016 Bank of Indonesia in collaboration with many countries, Islamic countries like Pakistan, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, they formulated a framework that is used to organize management in good governance practices in zakat institutions. Yeah, and then it is called as core zakat core principle. Yeah. Prinsip-prinsip utama pengelolaan zakat. Yeah. Actually, ZCP, the acronym of zakat core principle, consists of many principles, but according to the latest research by Basnas, they developed the new zakat core principle index, yeah, to be adopted by zakat institution to make sure that zakat institution is organized in well, yeah, properly. So this zakat core principle only refers to zakat core principle number 8 until 18, yeah, that is adopted in Indonesia currently, yeah. Not all zakat core principles. Okay, the number 1 about the amil governance, yeah. So zakat institution should manage their amil. Amil, you know, amil refers to the people who are working for zakat institution. Yeah, they are working as a permanent employee there, not as we call as sampingan, side job, no, but as permanent employee there in zakat institution. We have several alumni, I think, yeah, that I know is Mbak Rara Devantera from Bangka Belitung. She is working in Basnas Bangka Belitung, yeah, as accountant there. So actually, accountant alumni is also allowed to getting work in Zakat institution. Yeah, I'm also involved in Lazismo Muhammadiyah. Some of the employees are from accounting students. I'm in alumni, but from Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, not MY. Amil governance. How to govern Amil? Maybe we will ask like that, yeah. So I will explain further after this. And the second is Zakat fund collection management. So Zakat institution have to arrange the management how to collect the Zakat fund, especially in the Industrial Revolution 4.0. We can use or employ information technology, right, to collect the Zakat. For example, we can use this, but there is a risk about that because since the scandal in masjid in Jakarta, you know, any person who changed the kris to his bank account, yeah, yeah, that is the risk that exists in Zakat collection by using information technology. Okay, Fabian, can you mute your microphone? All right. Okay. And the third, Zakat fund distribution management. Yeah. So Zakat institution is also obligated to make any certain policies about Zakat distribution because for example, in Zakat institution in masjid, illegal Zakat institution, they only distribute the Zakat funds to their family. Yeah, that is the phenomena occurred in many regions in Indonesia. For example, I'm Amir. So when I manage the Zakat funds, okay, my priority is my family. Yeah. So it's not fair actually, yeah. So it's why Ministry of Religion regulate the Zakat institution now. So in the Zakat principle, even it is stated in financial statement standard, yeah, policy about Zakat distribution management should be mentioned in financial reporting. And the next is the risk of reputation and loss of Muzaki. So we have to manage the risk about this. The risk of distribution of Zakat funds, operational risk, and then internal control and audit following Sharia principle of financial reporting and auditing. For your information, Lazitmo today is audited by auditing firm, yeah. It's why we are very busy to compile data, transaction documents, yeah, because the auditor want to assess whether or not we are accountable or not. We are not accountable. And this is the area of accounting, isn't it? Including about risk, yeah, risk, reputation, risk of distribution, operational risk. This is area of accounting. Disclosure and transparency, of course. This issue is responsible for the accountant, yeah, regarding disclosure and transparency. And the next one is abuse of Zakat services or mitigating of Zakat fund corruption. Yeah. And this is also area of accounting, right? Everywhere any organization get there, we need accountant, yeah, to make sure that the operation is going properly, and also the good governance is organized sufficiently. Now we move to the detailed explanation about Zakat or principal index. one day, if you are recruited as Basnas in Jakarta, for example, there is a recruitment for accountant in Basnas or in Lazismo. So your responsibility is to make sure that the Zakat institution, in this case is Basnas or Lazisno, and else, is organized following Zakat core principle in there. Yeah. Number one, regarding Zakat governance or Amil Zakat governance. Number 1.1, Amil. The application of Amil right is 12.5%. So Amil deserve for Zakat fund, but the maximum amount is 12.5%. So if in 1 year, for example, yeah, the Zakat institution collect 1 billion rupiah, yeah. So how many? The proportion for Amil? 125 million for 1 year. Yeah, for 1 year. If the Amil consists of 10 people, so 1 people, if we divide it in average, everyone will get 12,500,000, yeah, per month. Oh, sorry, per person. If we divide 12 months, yeah, so in 1 month, 1 million. That is the salary for Amil. It's why most of the accounting students are not interested to work in Zakat institution, isn't it? Yeah, because the salary is very small. So the application of Amil right only 12.5. Yeah. Amil Human Resource Development Program. So the Zakat institution should manage the program to develop human resource. For example, they have to plan when their employees should continue their study, for example, to get any relevant certification, for example, yeah. Because I think there is a certification for Wakaf, but I'm not sure for Zakat. For Wakaf, there is a certification. Yeah. And then Amil certification that is official and recognized. That one. And number 1.2, institutional. So this is the number 1.1 is Amil governance. 1.2 is institutional governance. Active supervision of the implementation of direction, evaluation of Amil governance practices, and Zakat monitoring strategies through routine and scheduled leadership meetings, plenary meetings. It means that we have to organize some organizational structure. This should consist of supervisor or something like audit committee, for example, director, management member, yeah, supervisory board, something like that. And then standards in managing conflict of interest, Amil recruitment, procurement of goods and services, distribution and utilization of Zakat services, finance. Why? Because sometimes, for example, if Zakat institution want to buy something, asset, for example, and I, as Amil, I have a shop that sell any assets. So sometimes people want to get benefit from these activities, right? It is a lot or not. It should be regulated in certain SOP, yeah, standard operational procedure, yeah, and then have ISO, ISO, the last one. This is for governance. Yeah. Now I move to the second Zakat Core Principle Index, operational management. It consists of two variables, namely risk mitigation and internal audit. Internal audit is part of accounting issue, yeah. The indicator is the Zakat institution should have SOP planning, recording, good financial management, and transparent to prevent the allocation mismatch from distribution of funds. Sorry, I think I need to. Yeah. So the keyword is SOP. Yeah, Zakat institution should have SOP to manage risk mitigation. Yeah, risk management SOPs. Yeah, clear communication guideline for any policy changes. Yeah, including socialization and internal control function to minimize the risk of operational disruptions. Now, the indicator number 2.1 and 4 is related to variable number 2.2, yeah, internal audit, because internal control is related to internal audit practices, yeah, because internal auditor is responsible to make sure that internal control in organization is implemented properly. For internal audit, the indicators consist of three: SOP or decree or decision letter, which require every element of the organization to provide access to the audit function. Yeah, so management should be transparent to the auditor to ensure the good governance practices. Yeah. Internal audit function with activity assesses whether the policy, process, Sharia compliant, and Sharia and internal control there remains corresponding to OPZ organization. OPZ. What is it? OPZ performance. OPZ is an institution actually. Yeah. I forget the acronym. And then internal audit function with activities that are separate from the OPZ operational function. OPZ means that Zakat institution itself, yeah. For example, like UMY as the university, UMY has the organizational structure. Okay. UMY has own organizational structure, and then UMY also make internal auditor work. Yeah. So the structure is separated. It is also applied in Zakat institution, yeah. So management member, supervisory board should be separated by internal auditor board. Okay. And then number 3, legal and Sharia basis. Yeah. Sharia supervision and legal law. That's one. Yeah. Previously, many of Zakat institutions, they don't have any legal permission from the related ministry, namely Kemenkumham. They don't have it. But after the regulation by Ministry of Religion, if they want to retain as Zakat institution, they have to propose for legal aspect, yeah, for Zakat institution. Sharia supervision, Sharia supervisory function. So Zakat institution has to have Sharia supervisory board. Yeah. Report on the result of Sharia supervision. Not only make the supervisory board, but this party should actively monitor and supervise the Zakat institution. Yeah. SOP or SK or surat keputusan decision letter, which require every element of the organization to provide access to Sharia function. Yeah. Legal law, document for the establishment of the Zakat organization, isn't it? Where there is information on its operation, in the case of LAS by Basnas and the Ministry of Religion. For Ministry of for Basnas, it's enough to have Ministry of Religion SK, but for private zakat institution like Lasismo, they have to apply the permission to Kementerian Hukum dan HAM, the Ministry of Law and Human Rights. SOP and decision letter compliance and law in accordance with the provision of national legal regulation. Yeah, so if any regulation that is related to zakat operation, so zakat institution should obey this regulation. Yeah? Number 4, intermediation function. As I mentioned before, actually zakat institution is intermediary organization, right? The party who collect the zakat funds and then distribute it, yeah, to the poor people. Zakat asset. Zakat institution has to have SOP regarding the source of asset that can be zakat. For example, if political come to zakat institution and then this is the money for you, can we accept? No, we should have any regulation about that. Yeah, who knows the money is from money laundering, from corruption, because we don't believe to the politician, right? So we have to prepare any SOP. And then the criteria for obligatory zakat asset according to Sharia provisions. Yeah. For zakat socialization and education program to increase zakat information to the public. For example, currently we can pay the zakat through Kris or transfer. Yeah. The zakat institution should actively do socialization, yeah, and try to increase the people literacy about the zakat. Because why? Because many people, even though they are Muslim, they don't know about zakat. They only know about zakat fitrah every Ramadan. They don't know about zakat mal, for example. Zakat from what is harvest, yeah, pertanian, peternakan. They don't know about it. And zakat of profession, like me as lecturer, if my money is more in equal 85 of gram of gold, and I don't use it during 1 year, so I have to pay zakat for it. Yeah. Many people don't know about it. For example, the rich people, they have many land, and the land is idle because they don't use it. They have to pay the zakat for it. This is why socialization is very important. Yeah. SOP or decision letter regarding prevention and misuse of zakat collection. Maybe Amil, they corrupt the zakat funds if the collection is done directly from the payer. For example, the payer give 1 million, then the Amil, who knows, they write only 500,000 and then give to the zakat institution 500,000, and another 500,000 the Amil use it, yeah, take it into the pocket. Yeah? Who knows? Now, to mitigate this risk, we have to prepare an SOP, right? And then number 5, intermediation function distribution. For the distribution strategy, the indicator zakat institution should refer to minimum living adequacy in distributing zakat. Ya, taraf hidup minimal, hak al-kifayah. Ya. For example, there is one person, poor person, and then we give it 1 billion. This is zakat. We cannot do that. Yeah. We only can give him or her according to minimum living adequacy. Using the allocation to collection ratio and the existence of multi-stakeholder partnership in the distribution of zakat. We cannot do distribution alone. We can collaborate with, for example, hospital, yeah, and then masjid, and education organization like university. We can empower the zakat funds by organizing any scholarship, for example. Distribution impact. Zakat institution has indicator of social impact that must be achieved as part of the objective of zakat distribution in empowerment program. So we cannot distribute zakat fund just it, and after that, no. We have to determine our indicator as zakat institution. For example, we empower the zakat funds by making scholarship, for example. We have to make indicator, for example, the student who get the scholarship should have GPA more than 3.5, for example, to ensure the student seriously study, yeah, and also get higher level of education in terms of GPA. Yeah. So we also need to determine any indicators to make sure that our program is successful. Yeah. We cannot give any money, scholarship to poor people, but and then we send them to the school, but they study randomly or without any performance. We cannot do that. And then past standards regarding monitoring and evaluation of the distribution of each asnaf. If you give any zakat funds program, you are involved in dompet duafa, for example, they will explain to you what is the objective of your zakat fund. Yeah, for example, for the poor people in the street, in every month, dompet duafa will give you a report regarding the program. For example, today the children is not going to school. Now they go to school, about the performance, achievement, and so on and so forth. Dompet duafa will give you information about people who are being your zakat fund object. Yeah. I don't know Laziswa and Laziswa. Yeah. Has a standard mechanism to prevent misuse of zakat distribution and remain assumed as a consumptive and productive zakat program in accordance with Sharia principles. So, for example, the people want to get the zakat fund because they are poor, but they use it to buy cigarette. It's not allowed, yeah, because in Muhammadiyah they prohibit cigarette, right? Haram. So we cannot use the zakat fund for that, for that program. And number 6, financial statement consists of 2 variables: reporting risk mitigation, report management. And in the report risk mitigation, there is only one indicator, namely zakat institution has standards regarding the separation of zakat funds and other charitable funds. It's why by tomorrow I will discuss about the zakat reporting. In the zakat reporting, we have to separate zakat funds, sodaqah funds, and non-halal funds. Report management. Indicator number 6.2.1, publication of audited financial statement, website or media electronic. Yeah, have decision letter or SOP in using SIMBA. This is for Basnas Information Management System. We have to establish any SOP. For example, people who log in as who record the account is only one person. For another function consists of 4 people, for example. We have to make an SOP to use information system, yeah, because it's part of IT governance. And the last, Zakat institution should have an independent auditor. Back again, have to involve any auditor from accounting firm, yeah, to assess our financial report, and then they will give an opinion regarding our financial statement, whether it's qualified, and so on and so forth. And this is the category, yeah, Zakat Core Principle Implementation Index core category. Actually, by using this, we can calculate the score, yeah, to determine or in which category our Zakat institution stands up. Yeah. 0 until 0.220, not good, means that opposite or Zakat institution, yeah. Opposite is Indonesian term, organisasi pengelola zakat. Yeah, Zakat institution in English. Zakat institution has not implemented the Zakat core principle indicator properly. Not good. Yeah. Deficient. Tidak baik, kurang baik. 0.21 until 0.40. Not good. Opposite is still, the Zakat institution is still in the process of implementing the Zakat core principle indicators. Yeah. Good enough, Zakat institution has implemented a crucial Zakat core principle indicator in Zakat institution management. Good enough. And good, Zakat institution has implemented a Zakat core principle indicator that support opposite performance. Zakat institution performance. And very good, Zakat institution is a pilot model for organizations that have implemented Zakat core principle indicators entirely. Yeah. Okay, so this is the main point of our discussion today regarding Zakat core principle. Yeah. If you are recruited as Ministry of Religion, for example, as accountant, and then you are appointed as a Zakat Supervisory Board, so you can use this indicator to monitor Zakat institution, especially from our government, Basnas, ya, Badan Amil Zakat Nasional. So actually, my material is based on this report, ya. Pusat Kajian Strategis Basnas. I'm sorry, in bahasa, ya, Muhammad. Indeks Zakat Principle, Organisasi Pengelola Zakat. In this research, they assess the Zakat Core Principle Index implementation in several Zakat institutions in Indonesia, ya. And in this document, you can see the report from the researcher, yeah. But I'm sorry, the report is in bahasa Indonesia. Basnas Kota Ambon, yeah. That is how they calculate the scoring, yeah. I think in the first and the early page, they show us the results about the implementation, yeah. This one, yeah. This is the result, yeah. Baitul Mal Provinsi Aceh, very good. Las Solo Peduli, very good. Sub Kalimantan Province, very good. Basnas Kota Ambon, poor, ya. Baitumal Kota Banda Aceh, poor. Unisia, Universitas Islam Indonesia, poor. But Lazismo, Novedo Ava are not here. And if you want to see the financial report, this is actually our material for tomorrow, yeah. This is the financial report for Basnas, yeah. This incident is also audited by auditor, yeah. Something from, I think they should laporan auditor independent, yeah. Banyak terampil yang tadi bla 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 bla. Okay, you can see this one dalam rupiah. So this is the complete number, ya. Total asset 71 billion, ya. 71 billion. How many they can collect the data? The data. Zakat funds 153 billion a year, yeah. And this is the distribution. Surplus or deficit. This is the zakat fund. And we have to separate it with infak or sadaqah fund. It's why the report is also separated, yeah. Reception, distribution, yeah. And then Amin fund, and then non-halal fund. Where is non-halal fund? Oh, there is no non-halal fund. Why zakat institution can get non-halal fund? Because they put the money in conventional bank, yeah. And then there is an interest, so that they get any non-halal fund. Okay, I think that's all for my discussion today. Maybe any question from the floor? I think there's question, yes, from the chat. Okay, good. What's your name?
I am Kanita Amalia.
Okay.
So I want to ask if I didn't misunderstanding about your explanation before that scholarship can be used as zakat, as a payment of zakat. Like we give scholarship.
No.
Is it-
The program of zakat distribution.
Oh, so
So zakat distribution distribute zakat funds
yeah.
in the form of scholarship.
Oh, it's okay. It's not all about the money and the food. If giving scholarship is it?
It's not necessary.
As
As long as the recipient is included in asnaf people.
as if sorry, sir.
In asnaf people. You know asnaf people? Okay, I will search. It's asnaf.
Fakir.
Fakir.
Yeah.
Wala, Waki, Sabita, and Industry.
As always, it's already done for that people.
Yeah, it's a law.
It's a
But it's only for the foreigner, I mean, people who are not Muslim, it's not law.
oh,
Okay.
but we cannot do it by ourselves. It's have to buy the how to say it by
It's the law, actually. But it will be better if you in collaboration with the
yeah.
because they formulate certain informal program. Because I have experience when I was a long time ago, I did scholarship to poor people in my region. But because I just did it, finally the person was did not graduate. So he just money for educate, whatever, and I cannot monitor how this person use the money. And last time I heard it, he graduated from the university, but actually I collect money from the several people for Zakat. I collect Zakat and then distribute by myself. It didn't work. It's why in Malaysia especially they suggest you to collaborate with the institution. Because I was able to bring and they assess the system whether they conform or not in their school, in their study. Yes. Important. What could give by yourself? Oh,
So that time when you give the scholarship, so you do not pay zakat anymore to the business. At the time when you give the scholarship to the people, you do not pay the zakat anymore.
Of business at the time. I just collect by myself, my colleague, then I give money to poor people. Absolutely work. Yes.
Okay.
It was not a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I suggest you to Zakat Commission.
Yes.
Especially the one that is already registered by the Ministry of the region, yeah? Like Nazumo, Bapa, and so on.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
And now Zakat potential is very beautiful. More than more than 3 trillion. But the realization only about 70%. It's not reached. It doesn't reach even half of the potential. Why? Because when Muslim, they were aware, they don't understand. They only know about Zakat every Ramadan. Yeah, but actually we get money from our occupation, from our work, as your profession, as accountant, doctor, so on. It is responsibility for Zakat payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Maybe any question from the chat? No? Okay, no. But unfortunately, the salary for accountant in Zakat is not. Yeah. But actually, Zakat institution is crucial in meeting the rule of accountant. Why? Yeah, because everything about money, yeah, Zakat institution. We receive the money and we distribute the money. And the amount is very different. Even in the local Zakat institution level. For example, Lazis who Banjarbaru city, they can collect more than 2 billion a year. Yeah. And Lazis who Masjid Al-Umar, they can collect Zakat fund from America. You know, because the people in the system, they trust the Zakat institution. That's why Zakat simple interpretation is very crucial. Okay, Joe, maybe you want to ask.
Yes, sir. I want to ask something.
Yes, please.
Okay, from your explanation, you have said that the Zakat Institute, when they collect the Zakat from the Zakat payers, instead of just distributing the money to the beneficial, they can like invest the money, maybe do a business, so generate more income, so that it can benefit a lot of people. So for me, my concern is how, if like they invest the money or do business and like the Zakat institution make loss, so what will happen?
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. It's why actually, before we issue any empowerment program, Joe, we have to make business project planning. Like we want to establish any enterprise. Yeah. At the time, we Zakat institution will involve all parties within the Zakat institution, including Sharia supervisory board or audit committee, experts, and then management member, of course. And during the meeting, we will discuss more about the risk. Yeah, the risk. For example, if we use the Zakat funds to establish any retail shop like Alfamart, Indomaret, yeah, something like that, we will ask, where is the location? Yeah, where is the location? Is it marketable or not? Is it favorable or not? If no, and if no, if we cannot see any potential benefit, so we will not release this empowerment program, something like this. So the planning aspect is very crucial in this case, Joe. It's why governance practices in this case is participation from all of the stakeholders. It must be conducted. Yeah, it must be conducted. Why? Because if no, the program will be failed. Yeah, will fail. I have one a story about the university, for example. The university, the private university, they make a program to build more building. Yeah, and this decision is only made by rector, the counselor. Yeah, and the counselor is not accountant. He cannot predict about the financial condition after several years, and after that, after he was retired, the new rector found that this university is under problem in terms of financial condition, because they have to, because the establishment employ a loan to the conventional bank, so they have to pay the interest. Even the interest per month is more than 100 million. Nah, this is the issue about the governance. In this case, is participation. So in determining any program, we have to involve many or all stakeholders, because maybe perhaps any expert from our stakeholder, they can give any prediction about the planning that we want to execute. Yeah, but after rigor consideration, Joe, for example, yeah, and then we realize the program, and then the program fail. So yeah, that is the situation. Yeah, that is the risk. Yeah, we have to repair our program, and we hope that we can get a successful in the future. Just like that, Joe. But the key word is before we release or decide to issue any program, we have to involve many stakeholders to to make a good planning about it. Yeah, if we make a good planning, I believe we will get successful. Yeah, or maybe we can focus on the program with low risk, for example, scholarship, right? Or involve university. Do not need to establish university, yeah, to make zakat fund empowerment. Just make collaboration with UMY, with Gajah Mada, and so on and so forth. Yeah. I think that is my answer, Joe.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, anything else? Okay, if no, I think that's enough, yeah. That's enough because this is only summer course. I see it as short course, yeah. So we have to be short in our meeting. At least you now you are knowing about the new issue about the zakat core principle that maybe several of you do not know about that before. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. We will proceed again by tomorrow by discussing zakat institution reporting. Yeah. Thank you very much. My apologies for any mistaken from me. Just close by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi